good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. Dima, Inspector Gadget Music. There are a lot of beefs occurring on the black internet, and this is not uncommon because a lot of these people used to be buddies. In the case of the All the Smoke podcast, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson used to be very, very good friends with Shannon Sharpe. Of course, 5 years ago, the highest rated podcast they ever had was Shannon Sharpe, episode 21, All the Smoke. It got 8 million views. But then Shannon Sharpe went and did Club Shay Shay, which was then not as good as All the Smoke, but it then became what All the Smoke didn't, a very podcast with a lot of reach. And we all know what happened last January 2024. A certain person came on to that podcast, Cat Williams. Now the issue was that Shannon Sharpe allowed Cat Williams to come on and insult some people that they were cool with. One of those people, I believe, being Kevin Hart. And so Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson took offense to this, saying, hey, listen, man, you got people that's coming onto your platform that have been on your platform before, and you got Cat Williams insulting your previous guests like Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, and these other guys that you had on before, but
that's not cool. That's fake SF.
Then the beef continued because Shannon Sharpe shot back, and Shannon Sharpe was like, y'all just jealous because y'all ain't as big as me now. I'm the biggest out here now, and y'all just jealous because y'all ain't like me. I'm better than y'all. This really pissed Matt Barnes and them off because how dare you say that you're better than us when you're pretty much running gossipy content.
The lane that Shannon has created for himself and the attention he has drawn. And again, I want to say this without coming off the wrong way because unfortunately, I don't look at anybody as competition, with all due respect, Dan. I feel like there's a lane for everyone and everyone's created that lane. And I feel like there's plenty of money to come behind those lanes. But I feel like, obviously Shannon has taken off individually, and then him and Ocho have a great thing going on, but it's not necessarily our cup of tea, so to speak. It's a completely different lane. And you see now, obviously, the Cat Williams interview, I think, broke some kind of YouTube record for the most views. And I think that's great. I mean, that's a lane he's excelling in, a lane that he's getting notoriety in and getting money in. And that's great, but it's not necessarily what we are trying to do. We want to continue to kind of keep our lane, and not even that what they're doing is gossip, because I don't want to disrespect, again, what they're doing, but there's just a lot of different energy going on there, and people coming and talking their truths and telling their truths. And again, that's always great. Speak your mind. But again, that's not necessarily the lane we want to create, the lane we want to develop.
So that is how Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson fell out with Shannon Sharpe. Fast forward. Now that we got that out the way, how did Shannon Sharpe get into it with Shaquille O'Neal? Well, Shaquille O'Neal allegedly doesn't like big men, and he's kind of upset that he didn't get league MVPs in the time that he was playing. And a lot of people, even Shaq has said, hey, I wasn't, a hard worker. Kobe Bryant said that about Shaq. And so people like Steve Nash got MVPs. And so when Jokic got the MVP in the years that he did, Shaquille O'Neal was always advocating for somebody else.
I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you.
This caused Shannon Sharpe to criticize Shaquille O'Neal, to make some personal remarks about Shaquille O'Neal's career.
Shaq should have 5 MVPs. Shaq should have 7 titles. He sees a guy like Nikola Jokic that's not as dominant as him and gets 3 and 4 years. Shaq is never brought up in those discussions when it comes to GOAT. He's never in front of Magic. He's never in front of LeBron. He's never in front of Jordan. He's never in front of Kareem. He's never really in front of Russell. When we talk about GOAT, Mount Rushmore, and I think a part of him is envious of that. But he doesn't have anybody to blame.
Now, again, he's reiterating some of the similar things that Shaquille O'Neal has said about himself, but this caused Shaquille O'Neal to literally crash out. He did not like this at all. And so he says this, Shaquille O'Neal, you took me sticking up for Shy as jealousy, shows how smart you are, and you say anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak on me. Don't forget, I know what you did to get to where you at. Now, this is important. Don't forget, I know what you did to get to where you at. Booty clapping sounds. Now, this is pretty much, I believe, a shot saying that, hey, you had to get down with those Hollywood dudes, so you had to give up your cheeks. So I understand what you did to get to where you at, and I didn't have to do that, right? He continues, me jealous. LOL, sounds like you're jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people. And in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals MVP, top 50, and top 75. Google me! Shaq continues, and to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according to you, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love always. The most dominant big man ever who never took it serious. Shannon Sharpe then responded with this.
But what I will say,
Yes, sir.
I got what I got
Mm-hmm.
because I worked my ass off. Now,
Yes, sir.
Shaq has been the one that said
Uh-huh.
that he didn't work as hard, he didn't train as hard, he didn't eat as well as he should have.
Right.
Shaq is the one that anytime someone wins an MVP, he talks about how he should have been the MVP over Steve Nash. You know why I got no problem, Ocho, with giving people credit?
Right.
Because I got everything out of my God-given ability.
Mm.
God gave me the ability to do what I could do, but he gave me discipline, he gave me dedication, the way I trained, the way I ate, the way I slept. Now, I would have felt some type of way if I'd have got these numbers and I half-assed it, but I never half-assed it.
Now, again, this is Shaq putting him in his place, and remember that particular threat. Again, Shaquille O'Neal sunned Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe responded with, hey, well, yeah, I didn't have all the talent that you had, but whatever I had, I did the most I could with it. But it doesn't mean that Shaquille O'Neal appreciated that. And then fast forward. So now we know how Shaquille O'Neal and Shannon Sharpe fell out. Let's get back to Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes had a situation in which he was cheating on his fiancee, Anansa Sims. And of course, this got to Tasha K. And at first, Matt Barnes was denying that these receipts, he was all in her inbox saying it wasn't true. Then we found out from Anansa Sims that it was true, and she was upset about it, and Tasha K was correct. Then Tasha K then decided to post this particular audio, which includes information about Shannon Sharpe and Shaquille O'Neal.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there. I am quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this, but please keep his name quiet.
Matt Barnes was furious when this was released. He got in her inbox and said these things. Anger music! Y'all keep playing. I'ma sue you for this ish. This AI Dr. Auto. Y'all some clowns. Y'all post me again with some BS and I'ma see you. Haha, you should have known I have no issue admitting when I've effed up. Y'all keep listening to this weird B trying to extort me. Why you think y'all blog is the only one who ever posts her BS? What's your name, since you speak for the company? I'll have the letter from my lawyer addressed to you. I see one more lie. We can play big bank, take little bank.
Stop the cap.
All right, so that is the entire situation. I don't know if that's real AI or not, because Jonathan Majors had a situation in which people were saying that it was fake AI. Obviously, it was true, and he tried to downplay it. Matt Barnes is saying that this isn't true, but he's saying that Shaquille O'Neal is willing to pay top dollar for anybody who might have some booty clapping allegations on Shannon Sharpe in order to ruin his career. Now, would Shaq have a grudge? He doesn't seem like the person to do so, but Shannon Sharpe has allowed people to come onto his podcast and take a lot of shots at people, and for some people, just for clicks and views. Is Matt Barnes really accurate with this information? He could, because he also has a vendetta against Shannon Sharpe, and Shaquille O'Neal has a vendetta against Shannon Sharpe. But then we have to always question the validity of Tasha K. Corey Holcomb has talked about this. Certain people has called her a liar, said that she's lied on him. But in the case of Matt Barnes, it does seem that she was right about him before. And all I know is that it took me a lot of research to do this damn video. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.